Hello my beautiful human beings, welcome back to my channel. If you've never been here before, welcome. I just said that. My name's Brooke and I post beauty and makeup and lifestyle related content weekly and would love for you to subscribe to my channel if you want. Not forcing you, but I would really appreciate it. And I'm super excited for today's video because I'm going to be doing a first impressions on a brand new beauty sponge that just came out onto the market. Oh my god, you guys, you gotta get you some of this sponge. You gotta get one of these sponges, let me tell you. This is by StansOut Beauty, and I just want to say a huge thank you to Jami and the StansOut Beauty team for sending me this sponge because I'm a changed woman, you guys. I cannot wait for you to see this video because I was amazed at how incredible this sponge is. So without further ado, if you want to see how I achieved this glowy skin look and how I used this sponge, then just keep on watching. Alright ladies and gents, I'm so excited for today's video because I'm doing a first impressions and review on a brand new beauty sponge. So I will be trying out the StansOut Beauty makeup blending sponge today. I love sponges. They are like the end all be all for me. They are perfect for liquids, I use them for powders, I use it for literally anything, and I'm such a sucker for a good sponge, so I'm super excited to try this out. I first off just want to say a huge thank you to Jami, who is the founder of StansOut Beauty. She was kind enough to reach out to me and ask me if I wanted to try this out. So I figured what a great way to try out a new product and show you guys how I like it. So let's do this thing. This is like literally the coolest sponge I think I've ever seen. I've not seen anything like this before. It's literally like memory foam. Like it's like foam and it like conforms, you can see. It's so cool. It's so freaking soft, like what? That is so cool. Okay, so I'm super excited. What I like so much about this so far is that there are different sides to it. So there's about 3 different sides. You have a nice rounded side here, which would be nice for putting on foundation or anything like that. You have more of a triangle shaped side here, which would be good for the under eye or like cutting out contour or anything like that. And then you have this triangle right here, which would be great for, like I said, just under the eye or anywhere on the face. As you can see, it has like a rounded side right here, and then it kind of dips down into this triangle side, and then you have this side and this big rounded side. So as you can see, this is a pretty cool sponge. You know, I just can't stop like squeezing this. It's so soft. I'm super excited to try this out. I'm a little nervous because if I don't like it, I hate having to talk bad about products, but I'm going to be honest with you guys. But I feel like this could go either way. I feel like I'm either going to love it or not love it. So I'm going to go wet this and I will be right back. Alright, so all I did was just messing my whole setup here apparently. So I just wet the sponge, and as you can see, it kind of grows in size, which I'm just loving the shape of this so far because I feel like it's so much larger than my Morphe sponges or my beauty blenders. This is definitely like the biggest sponge that I have, so I feel like it'll be really easy to blend in your makeup. But on the back of the box it says it is recommended to dampen the sponge the first 3 to 5. It is recommended that you dampen the sponge the first 3 to 5 times to break it in, and then after that it's up to you if you want to dampen it or use it dry. So I will let you guys know how I like this sponge dry once I use it a couple of times. Without further ado, let's just jump into this. I'm so excited to try this out. For foundation today, I don't know what I want to use. I kind of want to use my Tarte Shape Tape, but I feel like I've been using that so much. Maybe I will use my Born This Way foundation because I love, love, love this stuff. It has such a beautiful finish. So I'm just going to put this foundation onto my face with my Morphe E9 brush, and then I'm going to be blending it out with this sponge. Alright, I'm going to be using this side to just go in and blend this foundation out. So far it is super soft. It doesn't look like it's soaking up too much of the product. I still feel like I'm getting a decent amount of coverage. And just like I had thought, because this sponge is large, it is super quick and super easy to put on my foundation. You guys, this sponge is seriously just so soft. Like, I just can't get over it. Because it's like memory foam. Like, it's like foam. It's so soft. Oh, by the way, I did prime before filming this with my Smashbox So Chill Coconut Water. Coconut water? So Chill Coconut Primer Water. I'm like really happy so far with this sponge. I just love how big it is. Like, it's so quick to do your face. Instead of working with something that is like this size to blend my foundation in, I have this whole freaking sponge. This saves so much freaking time. Alright, so stepping away for foundation for a minute, we're gonna go into concealer, and I will be using my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer today. You guys know the drill. Do I use anything different? No. Are you guys sick of it? Probably. Am I sick of it? No, because I love this concealer. I'm just going to be putting this under my eyes and down the center of my face to balance out my highlight. This will be like the telltale sign for me of whether or not I like this sponge, because if it soaks up too much of this under eye, I'm not gonna like it, because your girl, she has dark circles, okay? Alright, so I'm gonna go in and blend out the forehead area first, and then I will go in and use a different side of the sponge for my under eye. I'm going to try using this flat triangle side right here, and then I'm going to go in and use this side, and we'll see which one works better for the under eye. Okay, honey. Jami, you done outdid yourself with this one, girl. This is awesome. See how flawlessly that blend, I'm like freaking out, you guys. This is amazing. Do you see how flawless this looks? I like that it's foam too, because I can like squeeze it like to go into smaller areas, whereas like with a sponge you can squeeze it, but it's harder because it's more dense, whereas this is more light and airy, which I'm freaking loving. Alright, and now let's see how this blends out with contour. So I'm just going to be going in with my LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Chestnut, just to warm up my face and kind of add more definition to my cheeks. So I'm just going to go in like this, and then here, and here. And I just work on one side of my face at a time, because sometimes this dries out a little too quickly for me and I don't love it. I'm just going to go in and use the side of the sponge right here. You can see how nicely that blends into the skin. Right now, I'm very happy with the texture of my skin, how the product was blended into the skin, and how it looks. I think it looks really good. Hopefully it's translating on camera. But now we're gonna go in with a little bit of my Anastasia Beverly Hills Liquid Glow in the shade Perla. You guys know I love this stuff. I feel like a broken record, but if you haven't tried this, you should, because you will see why I talk about it and rave about it so much, because it is literally thebomb.com. I'm gonna use this tip right here. So I don't know if you can tell, but see how there's a little bit of an edge right there? So I'm going to go in with this top of the sponge right here and blend out that highlight. As you can see, it blends out so effortlessly and so beautifully. Oh my god, I'm in love! Alright, so now for another test for the sponge. I love setting my face with a sponge and some loose powder. So I'm going to go in and set my under eye with this powder, and then set my face with my Bare Minerals Bare Pro powder, and we'll see how this sponge works with pushing powder into the skin. It literally fits perfectly. Like, that was effortless, you guys. I'm like geeking out. You have no idea how excited I am over this sponge right now. Playing with you guys, like, I would not tell you I like something if I don't, because if I told you I like something and I really didn't, and then you guys went out and bought it and saw how horrible it was, that's only gonna make me look bad. I wouldn't do that to you guys. I don't gain anything by saying that I like a product when I don't. So I'm just gonna work on pressing this into the skin as I do with my other beauty sponges. So one thing I have noticed with this sponge throughout using it today is it definitely feels like it gets dry kind of quicker, but I notice it doesn't affect how my makeup is applied. Like, it's still applying like it were to be completely damp. Even though it's slightly dry, it's still applying very nicely. Now going into my Bare Minerals Bare Pro powder. I'm not gassing this. Like, I'm seriously so impressed with this sponge, you guys. You have no idea. Moving on. Bronzer. I'm not going to use a sponge for bronzer, I don't think, because I don't normally use a sponge for bronzer, so I'm not going to do that today. I'm going to be using my Too Faced Chocolate Gold Soleil bronzer. I'm just going to be applying this to the perimeters of my face in this area right here, and then blending it also down my jawline and my neck. I'm not going to contour today because I did go in with that LA Girl Pro Concealer, which kind of contours for you as well as just acting as a bronzer, which is why I love that product so much, because it's kind of like killing two birds with one stone. And I always just bring some on the tip of my nose, because personally whenever I get tan, that's an area that always gets extra tan for me. Alright, and I'm going to skip blush today because I'm just not feeling it, but I am going to be going in with highlight. So for highlighter today, I will be using my Makeup Revolution's Vivid Baked Highlighter in the shade Golden Lights. getting some across the tip of my nose, also on my cupid's bow, and then a little bit down the bridge. Okay, so now taking a step away from the face, I'm just gonna finish off my eyes. Alright, so now to do a final review on this sponge by StansOut Beauty. 100 out of 10. Honestly, it blew my expectations out of the water. I'm just so happy with this. I was really hoping that I would love it because I hate having to talk poorly or badly about products because I know it takes such a long time to actually get a product out there. So I'm so happy with this sponge, and I will definitely be getting more because let me just tell you, one is not enough. I'm going to be using this every single day. It is $20, which is the same cost as a beauty blender, and personally I would choose this over a beauty blender, which is just so insane for me to say because I'm the biggest fan of beauty blenders. I've used them for years, like ever since they came out. I am just in shock with how much I enjoy this, and not to mention it's like twice the size of a beauty blender, so I can do my makeup that much quicker. So I will leave a link to where you can purchase this in the description box down below if you want to try it out. And I hope you guys liked today's video. Once again, I want to thank Jami so much for sending me this sponge. I am so in love and I'm so happy with it, and I think you guys will love it too. But I hope you guys liked this first impressions and review, and if you did, please give this video a thumbs up. Leave a comment down below letting me know what kinds of videos you would like to see from me next, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on any future videos. And with that being said, I will see you guys in the next one.